when you start to question yourself, when you start analyzing yourself, your emotions, why am I feeling like this? Why am I letting this thing affect me in this way? You're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm crazy because I'm feeling grateful for something that I don't even have. Like, I Hello everyone, my name is Rosie, and today we are gonna be talking about what I kind of touched in my previous video. And if you haven't seen that video, I'll leave it right here so you can go and check it out after watching this one. But basically, I just wanted to touch a little bit more deep into this topic. And what it is basically just, I don't know if you've ever heard this phrase before or not, but it is that wherever you put your attention, that's where your energy is going. And if you have already read or heard, or you're studying, or you are reading, hearing things about the law of attraction, personal development, all these, you probably already know that everything is energy, that everything has a frequency, and the frequency carries information, and that information can be manifested. It's how we manifest things in our life. So if you haven't heard about that, let me tell you a little bit more about this. And if you're new to my channel, then probably you're new to my channel because this is my second video in English. I usually record in Spanish, so welcome if you're new, and welcome back if you watched my previous video. Thank you so much for that. But basically, I just really wanted to talk about the frequencies and the energy, and how being in a positive emotion helps your body, your manifestations. It's just that since everything is vibrating, if you really look deep inside with a microscope, a super powerful microscope, you are gonna see nothing is just still, it's moving, everything's vibrating at a frequency. Tesla used to say that if you want to understand the universe, think of terms of frequency, energy, and vibration. So, just knowing these, if you watch the movie The Secret, you already know that since everything has a frequency because it's vibrating on a frequency, then frequencies that are on the same level attract each other. You are vibrating at a frequency. Things that are on that frequency come to your life. So this is, for example, let's think about one day that you wake up and you're in a bad mood, and then you are walking, and then like you drop your phone in the toilet, or you drop your phone in the tub. And then you're late to work, and then you forgot your breakfast, you forgot your lunch. So all these bad things, and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm having a really bad day. And guess what? The universe is listening to you, and since you're feeling that you're having a bad day, guess what's gonna keep happening? You're gonna keep having a bad day unless you catch yourself and you say, okay, I didn't have the greatest morning this morning, so I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna breathe, and I'm gonna move to a better attitude, to a better frequency, to a higher frequency. So we're gonna measure everything, and you will know where you're vibrating, because of course you're manifesting things that you don't like. You're vibrating low, in low frequencies. But if there's things that make you feel happy, joyful, these are high elevated emotions, high frequency emotions. So you need to be vibrating on this level to be able to attract things that are vibrating on that level. Let me know if you get it until this point. Leave me in the comments. I'm trying my best to explain this in English. What I'm gonna tell you, the one emotion that I kind of stick to be able to elevate my frequency, my vibration, to feel a higher emotion, an elevated emotion, is gratitude. Gratitude, it's really powerful because it puts you in this sense of receiving. I'm receiving this, so I'm grateful for this. Even if you do not have that thing that you want to have, you need to put yourself there, because if you put yourself on a vibration of like, oh, I don't have it yet, it's a vibration of lack. You're in lack, so you're gonna be kept in lack because you are not moving higher. You're gonna be at lack because that's what you are feeling, and depending on what you are feeling, that's where you're vibrating. That's the way of knowing how you're vibrating, if you're vibrating high or low, by your feelings, your emotions. So if you're feeling upset, it's fine. I'm not saying that you do not feel upset, like deprive yourself from feeling upset because, oh my gosh, no, you're vibrating low. No, I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying, it's For how long are you gonna be upset? Recognize, analyze why you're feeling upset. I know this might sound weird to you if you've never done this before, but believe me, when you start to question yourself, when you start analyzing yourself, your emotions, why am I feeling like this? Why am I letting this thing affect me in this way? And for how long am I gonna let it do that to myself? Like, how long am I gonna be letting this feeling? How long am I gonna keep this feeling? Like, how long? It's fine. Like, if you need to cry your lungs out, cry your lungs out, but just do it for a certain amount of time. Don't be there for 3 years. And I learned this very clearly from Dr. Joe Dispenza, because he always says, I'm not telling you not to react. I'm just telling you, for how long are you going to be reacting? Like, how long are you going to stay there? So, yeah, your feelings, your emotions are going to tell you where you're vibrating. So, I don't know if this has ever happened to you guys at work, because, at work we spend a lot of the time in our day. So I'm just gonna say that because I work in customer service. So sometimes I talk to customers that are really upset because their bill went up and whatever. I work in the insurance industry. So of course insurance are increasing because everything is increasing. So insurance companies are not gonna lose, and they're gonna increase their rates, of course. Like everything. But what I'm saying is, like, sometimes they're so upset. They have a budget and they have to um, spend this amount, and we all have budgets, like, but they're sometimes they're just so upset that they don't even listen to you. They're so into their emotional, their anger, their frustration. They don't listen to you. They're not listening to you. So a lot of the times, I would get so upset, like, oh, this customer told me this, like, I wouldn't say anything back. I would just be like, with that feeling, and try to calm myself down. But when I heard and I learned this from Dr. Joe Dispenza, it helped me so much. I detached from that emotion, that, like, I'm like, that's the customer, and he's feeling this way because I don't know what situation he is in or she is in, and it's nothing to do with me. I just work for this company, and the rules are there, and I have nothing to do with it. I don't put the prices on. I don't put the prices, whatever. Understanding this perspective made me understand that and have compassion for them as well, because they're not, and I understand, okay, they're yelling, they're not even listening to what I'm telling them. So I'm just gonna let them talk everything they want to let out of their lungs. Like, I'll just let them talk, and then when they finish, I will just start talking. And if they keep cutting me off, I will just stop talking and let them talk, and then I will go on like that. And it's not easy, but it's how I found myself to be the most effective on not letting their attitude affect me, because I'm just at work, But where I'm going with this is that that's one thing that learning all this helped me on, like, helped me so much to understand that, because, like I said before. And also, I noticed that when I am at a higher frequency, like an elevated emotion, like happiness, grateful, joy, all these emotions, I just keep getting things that make me feel more like that, those elevated emotions. And I now that I discovered that this is true and that this is real, like, I just occupy myself on getting there every morning. Like, I meditate every morning, and I try to have this peace and keep this peace throughout my day, because I want to be, I want to be kept at that vibration, at that high emotion, at that elevated emotion. So it's just understanding, where do you want to, what things do you want to experience in life? Like, do you want to be upset the whole time, or you want to be feeling grateful the whole day? Like, where do you want to be, like, on an elevated emotion, on a lower emotion? Like, just ask yourself, what do I want to, and even that saying, fake it until you make it, is really useful here, because, like I said, you need to feel first, right? So that you can move yourself up on a higher elevated emotion. So at the beginning, it's gonna feel really weird when you start to question yourself, when you start analyzing yourself, your emotions. Why am I feeling like this? Why am I letting this thing affect me in this way? You're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing? Like, what is this? Like, I feel like I'm crazy because I'm feeling grateful for something that I don't even have. Like, I but let me ask you something. Tell me, if by doing the things that you have been doing, feeling the feelings that you have been feeling all these years, have you seen any difference? And if not, then maybe it's time that you start doing something different to change your life, to change your perspective on things, to change your mindset, to change your attitude. Maybe it's time for you to jump to the positive side and start working on how do I elevate my frequency? How do I manage? How do I take myself, my vibration to an elevated emotion, to gratitude? I'm telling you, just be grateful for this day. Just be grateful because you're breathing. A lot of people didn't make it today. So be grateful for you because you're breathing today, because you're, if this is the first time you hear this, just be grateful because you're learning that there's something else, some another way, that someone, and not just one person, there's so many people that have already talked about this, and they have had huge changes in their life. And I can tell you from my experience that I have experimented some things that I'm like, I'm just shocked. Just because I decide to vibrate at a frequency and keep myself there and work my freaking butt up to keep myself there, things have surprised me, believe me. And I'm not at the point where I have manifested like humongous like things, because I'm working my way there. It's just the beginning of my journey. I really started taking this seriously in 2023 with my meditations. Meditation helped me a lot to get this more to my core, and I'm so grateful for that. I do recommend meditating because I just see the benefits that it has done in my life and my emotional being, my emotional self. Like, I really recommend it. I feel like I went all over the place here, but I hope it is clear that you have to keep yourself in an elevated emotion. Gratitude will help you. Just be grateful for another day. Just be grateful because you have a job. You can find a better job than whatever you have. If you don't have a job right now, it's probably a door that closed to open so that another better door will open for you. Just have that mindset. Something better is coming. The universe took something, God, whoever you believe in, took something from you, but you're gonna grow and you're gonna learn from this, and it's gonna, you know, it's gonna make you a better person. So I hope this video helps. I hope I try to stay on a topic, but let me know what you think. Let me know your experiences, what has helped you. If this is the first time you hear about this, subscribe, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, share it with your friends. I don't think today I'm gonna have, in my previous video I had a section at the end where it says when my English is not very good looking, but today I don't feel that it was that bad looking. Like, I think I did better today, but whatever, that's another topic. Anyways, I thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for being here, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.